My name is Emily. I am 56 years old. I am divorced. I have a lot of money. I have my own business. I am very successful. I have a big house and a nice car. One day I was at a cafe. I saw a young man there. His name was Henry. He was 25 years old. Henry looked at the menu. His face looked worried. He held a small wallet. Henry did not have much money. I walked closer to him. I said, "Hello, are you looking for something to eat?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Please let me buy your lunch today." Henry looked surprised. He said, "Oh no, you do not have to." I said, "Yes, I want to. Please let me." Henry thought for a moment. Then he said, "Thank you. That is very kind." I bought him a sandwich and a drink. We began to talk. Henry told me about his life. He was a student. He worked part-time as a cleaner. He had some debt. We began to meet often. Henry was different from the people I usually met. He was young. He made me laugh. I enjoyed spending time with Henry. I think he felt the same. I tried to make him forget his worries. I was 56 and he was 25. The age difference was big, but I did not care. One day Henry invited me to his apartment. I went there. We sat on the sofa. He offered me a drink. Then Henry looked into my eyes. He said, "Emily, you make me feel like I can breathe again." My heart began to beat fast. I looked at Henry. Then he moved closer. He looked at my lips. I did not stop him. He kissed me. In that moment, I forgot about my age. I just felt his lips on mine. Henry never asked for money, not once, but I saw the stress in his eyes. He worked hard studying and working. I knew he had money problems. He thought about bills all the time. I wanted to help. One afternoon, I went to the shop where Henry worked. I said, "Henry, I want to help you. I can give you some money. It can help you clear your bills." Henry looked at me surprised. He said, "No, Emily, I cannot take your money. This is my problem." He shook his head, but I saw his tiredness. I said, "Please, Henry, it is not a big deal for me. It is a gift from a friend." He looked down. He said, "Are you sure, Emily?" I said, "Yes, I am sure." Then Henry began to cry. He covered his face. He was very thankful. That night I held him close. Henry felt safe in my arms. We did not talk much. We just stayed there together. Soon, people began to talk about us. They called me his sugar mama. This meant an older woman giving money to a younger man. I tried to act like I did not care, but inside I felt hurt. The next week, it was Christmas. My son came home for the holidays. I had not seen him in many weeks, and I missed him. He called me from the road. He said, "Mother, I'm bringing a friend for dinner. Is that okay?" I smiled. "Of course, dear," I replied. That evening, the doorbell rang. I opened the door. My son stood there. Next to him, I saw a familiar face. My heart stopped. It was Henry. My son's friend was Henry. I almost dropped the wine glass I was holding. Henry's face turned white. He quickly looked away from me. My son did not notice anything strange. He just smiled. My son looked at Henry. He said, "Mother, this is Henry. He is my classmate. He is a good guy, Mother." I tried to smile back. We sat down for dinner. I looked at Henry, then at my son. They talked about their college. Henry did not look at me much. After dinner, my son went to his room. He said he needed to study. Henry stayed in the living room with me. I knew I had to speak. I looked at him. I said, "Henry, this cannot continue. It is too risky. It has to end." Tears filled my eyes. Henry walked closer to me. He took my face in his hands. Then he kissed me. I felt his need. I could not say no. I wanted to end it. But his kiss made it impossible. Then Henry asked me to marry him. I was surprised. I said, "Are you joking?" Henry was not joking. His face was serious. He looked into my eyes. He said, "I love you, Emily. It is not about your money. It is about you." I listened to his words. I wanted to feel loved by him. So I said yes. My friends and family thought I was crazy. An older woman marrying a younger man. It was unusual, but I felt a deep connection to Henry. He made me feel happy. We decided to marry quickly. The wedding was quiet. It was just us and a few close people. Henry held my hand. He promised to love me forever. After the wedding, we began our life together. For a short time, everything felt good. But then, things began to happen. Henry often had his phone with him. He would take phone calls and go into another room to talk. When I asked him who it was, he would say it was just a friend. He would end the call quickly. He would type something, then quickly delete it. My heart felt heavy. I tried to ignore it. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe he was just busy with college or friends. One day Henry was walking outside. He stopped near a car. A woman was in the car. She was young. She was pretty. Henry talked to her. Then she drove away. Henry did not see me. I froze. I had never seen her before. Who was she? Later, I asked Henry about her. I said, "Who was that girl?" Henry looked at me. He said, "Oh, her. She is just a friend, Emily. Just a friend from college." I did not believe him. I decided to follow them the next day. I watched them from my car. They walked together. They went to a park. Henry looked too happy. The woman put her hand on his arm. She leaned closer to him. Then she touched his face. Henry did not pull away. My heart broke. This was not just a friend. This was more. I drove home slowly. I felt hurt. Henry came home late that night. I was in the living room. He saw me. He stopped. He said nothing. We just looked at each other. I went to bed, but I could not sleep. I kept thinking about the other girl. I knew I needed answers. The next morning, I found Henry in the living room. His face was pale. I asked him to tell me the truth. His hands shook as he began to speak. He told me the woman I saw was his ex-girlfriend, Adele. He said she was in trouble and needed money. She had threatened him. She said she would tell everyone he married me only for my money. She would say our love was not real, only a financial deal. Henry looked at me. He said Adele had old pictures of them. Adele also had old messages from his phone. She was using these things to blackmail him. Adele wanted a lot of money. If Henry did not pay, she would show everything to his college. She would ruin his name and our marriage. Henry looked very sad. His eyes were red. He took out his phone and gave it to me. He said, "Please, Emily, take everything. Look at everything, but please do not leave me." Henry wanted me to believe him. He wanted me to know he loved me, not my money. I saw the pain in his eyes. I could see he was telling the truth. I put the phone down. I pulled him close. That night, I cried on his chest. I knew I had to protect Henry. I called Henry's ex-girlfriend. I offered her money. I wanted her to leave us alone. She took the money and left. Henry worked hard. He finished his studies. After graduation, he looked for a job. He did not ask for my help. He wanted to do it himself. He found a good job. He was very proud, and I was proud of him too. We decided to move. We found a small house by the beach. Our life was simple. Henry often told me that I had saved him. But maybe I was the one who needed saving. My life before Henry was successful but lonely. He brought joy. I love him very much. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.